Hi again. No point waiting for the final days of 2017 here in the UK to declare it the worst year so far this century. As predicted last vidcast, the budget offered not a single crumb to the beleaguered millions. With an absolute lack of fight back on the streets or anywhere else, the Tory government is glowing in self-satisfied triumphalism. Despite the desperate housing crisis, the most visible manifestation, street homelessness, inflation, allied to a virtual wage freeze, a crumbling education and health system, astronomical transport fares for a deteriorating infrastructure, the vanishing high street and street markets, along with pubs and community spaces, every other facet of existence is heading for further decline. The system here in the UK has never looked on the surface more secure, because we simply aren't fighting back in numbers to make any difference. Brexit has certainly fed into the lake of toxic apathy, while sections of our numerically bloated middle class, rich and other parasites like landlords, the aristocracy and royals are doing very well indeed. A lot of people I know, politicos, activists, anarchists, are saying the 11th hour has already ticked by unnoticed. And under the present woeful circumstances, the best hope for meaningful change, let alone revolution, is a collapse of the system, a result of its rapidly accumulating crises, linking up and probably heralded by something entirely out of the blue. In the meantime, the steady impasse and rot will continue, the vast majority divided and resigned into a dull acceptance of their powerlessness. When the most dynamic section of the working class, youth and the lumpen, are docile, you certainly know there's a fundamental social and political crisis at our end of the spectrum. Us anarchists, malcontents, can merely soldier on, almost guerrilla style, as our ranks temporarily thin with desertions to Corbyn, Labour and even to the thoroughly modern irrationality of transphobia. When, rather than if, the first shoots of genuine fight back and resistance rebellion emerge, I will hardly fail to comment upon them and offer encouragement and recognition. But neither will I shy away from the rise of the right, whether it be Tory factionalism, nationalism, racism, xenophobia, royalism, and that British speciality, counter-revolution without the slightest hint of revolution itself. At this moment in time, this seems to be more than a remote possibility. Oh well, see you next week, if I haven't been bored to death by this royal wedding propaganda. Bye.